Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mr. B Clothing, 1995 Northwest 86th Street in gorgeous Clive, Iowa. We're here doing Sitzmann's picks. Is my main man Tim Sitzmann picks the outcomes, makes predictions for game by game the Iowa State football.
We're through
schedule.
5 games already, Chris.
We're through 5.
Oh man!
And you've got the Cyclones at 3-2.
3-2. We're starting on that quest to get that third in a row bowl pick.
So,
bowl game.
but you had them just blowing out Texas Tech.
I got them by 2 touchdowns over Texas Tech.
I like it.
I think I called it a turnaround game for the Cyclones. I think Paul Rhodes has shown us anything over the last 3 or 4 years is that he gets these guys ready to play. That's the game he's going to do it.
Now,
I hope that he can keep that momentum going into Baylor.
Tough game at Baylor on the mid-October. You're nearing One Hallows Eve.
Right.
I think that Iowa State fans often undervalue the Baylor Bears just based off of the mid-2000s.
Right.
I think that a lot of them have a hard time grasping the fact that this isn't the same Baylor program. My co-host on Cyclone Reaction, Jack Whitver, and I, we go back and forth about this all the time when we do our Big 12 segment. Jack just has a really hard time believing that Baylor is the Baylor that they are now.
Can't believe in the Baylor Bears, but they've had a good. That program's turned around. They play some good football.
They do, and I'm a Baylor guy. I'm not a Baylor guy, but you know what I mean. I like Art Briles as a football coach. I think he's a solid coach. Their defense was pitiful last year, but it played better really in the last 4 games
toward the end of the season.
They got better, and most of those guys are coming back. They have a couple of guys who I think could, be right up in the mix for all Big 12 on the defensive end. Their offense, under Art Briles, it's always going to score. It's a lot like West Virginia. They're always going to put up points.
Score.
Yep. What can they do on defense? I think Baylor improves. I see this as a tough game for Iowa State to win. I don't see much of a chance here.
This is a pivotal game as we go through this season, because to get to 6-7 wins, which we need as a team to get to a bowl game, as we know. This to me comes out the Texas Tech game, and this game on the road is a tough one. I think we play a tough game, but I think we're going to lose down there.
You think so?
Yeah. I think the upsets are going to come in Ames, Iowa, where we have the home court advantage.
I don't see it's going to be a rollover and die type game. I agree with you. I think it's where it's placed in the season. You'd like to think Iowa State will be relatively healthy at that point in the year with a couple of bye weeks before then too. So I think that they show up and play tough. But I have a lot of respect for Baylor's program. They're at home. This is a game you talked about Texas Tech. Baylor's got this one circled too.
They do.
They have this as a must-win.
They got Iowa State as a W on their calendar. I'll bet you $1.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
I don't know. Sometimes you can get overzealous on these wins, and you got to get some of them you think is an L, and you get the ones that you think are a W, and you can't get it.
Yeah.
But I think coming into that game at the time of the season, Baylor needs this win as much as Iowa State. I think Iowa State's going to come off that victory that I talked about at Texas Tech, which is going to be a great victory for the Cyclones. But I think it's a 3 to 7 point game in favor of the Baylor Bears, and the Cyclones are going to come home with that 500 record of 3-3.
A lot of talk in the offseason about Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, Texas, and TCU as the Big 4 and the Big 12. Watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it, because I think this Baylor team is one who could sneak up into that conversation.
They're going to get a big upset in that league.
Yeah, I think that they are being undervalued, and that they, to me, would be a team where I've really got my eye on the Baylor Bears come Big 12 play, because as you saw, they got better throughout the season last year. They started off extremely rocky on defense.
Their offense is always explosive, as you talked about, and I really look for them. When I looked at the schedule, I thought this was a tough game to pick. Honestly, it could go either way, but I have a 3 to 7 Baylor, and I think that's how it's going to turn out. It could be a game we get if the turnovers, those kind of situations go our way. You just don't know. Sometimes they never go your way, and you can't get it going.
As is life on the road.
That is life on the road.
And the Big 12 Conference.
But I think we go back to Ames, Iowa, 3-3, and we bring in a tough Oklahoma State team that we'll see what happens.
Yeah, go ahead. You got a grin on your face. I almost feel like Tim's thinking upset here for the second time in a row at Jack Trice. Tim, big sidewalk sale. Man, we're just a couple weeks off of that. Now, people need to get this on their calendars and get this circled, and you need to get there early.
Absolutely. And we're Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think it's the 30th, 31st, and I don't have a calendar in front of me, but the first weekend in August, you got to get here. We got a great selection. It's the best prices of the year. We have a lot of spring goods, but we have a little fall goods mixed in there. So it's a time you can save. You can fill your closet for a little less money. You don't have to get as much out of the wallet.
Now, what time do the doors open that day?
The doors open at 10, and we go till 7 on Thursday. We go to 6 on Friday, and we're 9 to 5 on Saturday.
So if you're smart, though, you're here at 10 on Thursday.
You get here at 10 on Thursday.
Because it does get picked over.
You lose your sizes. Those main sizes you want are going to be picked over. So the early bird does get the worm in this case.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no question about it. And we invite you to come in next week if you want to shop a little early. You won't get the big savings, but you get the items you may want, and it is on sale. All of our spring and summer goods are ready to go, and we got to make room for fall.
All right, fall is just around the corner. Heck, we're talking about football.
It's strange, Chris. In our industry, we have the hottest days of the year is when we get the warmest clothing. I mean, and the coldest days of the year is when we get the coolest clothing. So it's just the way we work, and it's the way we do it. But come in and see the new things as they're coming in. Also, you might want to put something aside and have it ready to go when the winter breeze starts blowing.
All right. Well, it won't be too long.
It won't be too long. Football's coming.
Kickoff is.
Oh, I'd say that
almost a month away.
They kick it off in August, but then it gets cold in those October nights.
Sure does. It sure does. He's Tim Sitzmann. I'm Chris Williams. Get on down. We got Sidewalk Sales coming up, 1995 Northwest 86th Street in Clive, Iowa.
Come and see us. We'd love to help.
Come tell Tim, Mac, Mike, all the good guys hello here at Mr. B Clothing. Take care, everybody.